Despite being around for decades, bots are now taking the spotlight in tech. In this show, we'll look at bots and see how they are increasingly becoming a part of our lives, even without us knowing it. All of this today on Whirlwind Radio. Hi there, I'm Marcelo Sideo. Thanks for joining me today. Gartner predicted by the year 2020, the average person will have more conversations with bots than with their spouse. A scary prediction, to say the least. I like sitting down and having a conversation, a one-on-one with someone, a human being, a person, not a computer. But this is what Gartner is predicting, that we will get to that point when we will not have a conversation with a human being, or it'll be less as compared to speaking with a bot. The human element in having a two-way conversation is rapidly being eroded. It has been taken away. One only needs to look at the change that occurred from talking on the telephone to texting today. So we are becoming more and more reliant on technology. So is technology or bots going to replace the other party in our conversations? I'm sad to say, yes, it sure looks that way. Since bots are going to play such an integral part, an important part of our lives, what are bots exactly? There's a very good article on CNET that gives an excellent overview on bots. A simple way to explain it is this way. When you're ordering a pizza, you are actually using a bot. A bot is an application or software that performs an automated task, such as setting an alarm or telling you the weather or even doing a search online. Today, there are many bots. Some are good and some are bad. Common examples that we can relate to are Siri and Cortana. I can have a conversation with Siri today. I can say to Siri anything that I would like to find out, and Siri would quickly get that answer and come back to me with a reply. We can also use Siri and other bots to make notes or even to write an email. So those are the good uses or the good bots that we have today. And then there are the bad bots, malicious bots that come with a virus. And this can be injected into search engine spiders that crawls the internet looking to infect web pages. So with technology, with the advancement of technology, both the good guys and the bad guys are using technology for their own specific gains. Now, what can bots really do? Bots can help us do almost everything from, as I've said, ordering a pizza, for shopping for clothes online, how to save money, and even to find good restaurants. On the money side, I know that is something that everyone will be interested in. You can save money by using bots, and we're doing that by looking for deals, searching for deals online by using different apps and so forth. Another example, too, is financial apps. By having a proper, good financial app, it sends you notifications of your balances, upcoming expenses that you need to budget for. So that's a good way of using bots, and we can see the advantages of doing that. It helps in saving money. It helps you to regulate your finances. The way bots are set up, they are programmed to act just like humans. So when you talk to them, it feels like you're talking to a person. It is different from, of course, just searching online, just typing for a specific search that you're looking for. So here we can see that this element of talking to a bot, of speaking to, for example, Siri, you are interacting with a technology. You're interacting with a bot. And you can see why Gartner is predicting that people will become closer with having conversation with bots instead of people around them. At this time, though, bots are not very smart. You may share the same frustrations that I do. When speaking to Siri, I say, Siri, can you search for this, or can you give me this answer? Sometimes it's difficult for Siri to understand what I'm saying. So they are not that smart today. But with AI really growing and expanding, we can see how this will quickly become better. And with this advancement in AI capabilities, bots are predicted to become more human, quote unquote, in their interactions with us. Today, there are many chatbots that we have and are even using that we're not even aware of. Many of these bots are on messaging apps like Facebook Messenger and even WhatsApp. Slack as well has its own built-in bot that helps set reminders and can even help with taking down notes as well. Twitter is using bots as well, and they are using that to reply to tweets. But the Twitter bots are not usually offering any sort of other assistance. To understand more about bots, I'd like to share an interesting clip that I came across from CNET on learning to live with chatbots. Roll clip 1.
Meet Bridget. She's just your average girl next door texting a new friend she made on her smartphone. But this friend isn't a human, it's a chatbot. These chatbots are programs that can answer basic questions or fetch information quickly, but bots can only understand certain phrases. Looks like Bridget found some new chatbots on the Facebook Messenger service. This bot tells her the top news stories of the day, but it's not so good at holding conversations. Some bots want to help you go shopping inside the chat window, but it limits how much you can browse. Oh, that's a nice one. Maybe she'll finally find something to get the boys to pay attention to her. Oh, looks like Bridget is having fun with Poncho, the weather app bot. Careful, Bridget. Looks like Poncho is trolling you again. Don't let a bot hurt your feelings. These types of simple task bots can also be found on other chatting services, such as Skype and Telegram, and they'll do all sorts of tasks.
Mr. Narrator?
Yes, Bridget?
Will bots replace the need for smartphone apps?
Maybe someday soon. That's what Microsoft and Facebook are hoping for. But don't worry, today's bots aren't that advanced. Yet.
So are bots going to replace apps? Some developers and companies believe that people are tired of apps and would rather use bots. And that is true to some point. Apps have been around for a while now, and people are becoming bored with using apps. So instead of using apps, many are looking for bots instead. One way of doing this, instead of having different apps on your phone, you can just have one app with multiple bots that are linked to that app. And of course, that can perform a number of different tasks, like, for example, ordering food or checking the sports scores. As of now, it looks like bots are going to continue to evolve into a conversation companion. Scary as that may sound, it looks like that is what our future is going to be like. Since we are on the topic of bots, PayPal recently announced their bot for spending money. Built on the Slack platform, PayPal launched its very first bot. Slack is a messaging platform with 5 million daily active users, and it is used by teams to keep conversations in one place so that they can access it wherever they are. With this new bot, PayPal is making it very easy to send money between PayPal accounts without leaving your Slack conversation. If your friend is out to pick up lunch and sends you a message by Slack, "Hey man, I'm at the store. Can I get you something?" "Sure. Can you get me a coffee and a donut, please?" "Absolutely." While still in Slack, you can just type /PayPal, send $5 to @Dave. That's all. You just type that, and his account will be credited with that amount of money. And you change the @so-and-so to the person that you're paying instead of Dave. Otherwise, Dave will be a very rich man. Now, to get started on this, you can install the PayPal bot, which is available on the Slack app directory. After it is installed, you need to link your PayPal account to set up your preferred transaction settings, including when you want to review and approve your transactions. The PayPal bot is currently available to Slack users in Australia, Canada, the UK, and the US. Automation is the way organizations are headed to streamline processes, enhance performance, and even to boost their bottom line. We are seeing a lot of automation these days, but as machines or software are taking over tasks that humans used to do, it usually results in job losses. The question is, how many jobs will an automation revolution kill? Of course, when these announcements are being made by companies, they always emphasize that automation is not really taking away jobs, but it's going to add, it's going to bring more jobs, it's going to help in serving the customers. As we know, job losses is the end result of automation. There is a recent report from a UK-based think tank called Reform. They estimated that almost 250,000 public sector workers in the UK will lose their jobs over the next 15 years due to automation. The report went on to add that websites and chatbots will replace as much as 90% of public administrators and thousands of employees, general practitioners, police, and others in the UK by 2030. That's not a long way from now. Of course, such a massive job cut will result in savings as much as, according to this report, $6.5 billion a year. But what about the people? The companies will gain, but what about the people? Of course, not all of it would have gone for salaries. But the savings that are coming from this are coming from the massive job cuts. Some may argue that automation would result in a leaner, smarter workforce, so as to deliver better value to customers within the private sector and even the public sector. Another argument for automation is that it can be more effective in dealing with the growing number of cybercrimes. But what about traditional crimes? With less in the workforce, the growing number of unemployment, of people that are not working, that group will continue to grow. So with bots, automation, artificial intelligence, we are on the verge of getting into a time when things will be good on one hand, but on the other hand, with people being displaced and out of jobs, that will create tension that would wreak havoc on society. This, listeners, is something that we need to contemplate as bots and automation take the spotlight. Thanks for joining me today on Whirlwind Radio. As always, stay safe in the technology whirlwind. And remember, don't pay Dave. This is your host, Marcelo Sugdeo, saying bye for now.